If you told me 6 years ago that I would have 1 million in savings with one income stream, I wouldn't believe you because every financial advice told me one income stream wasn't enough. So here's what I wish I knew then if I started saving from scratch so you could learn how to do the same. You know how we all thought that it would just be study hard, work hard, hustle hard, so you could save more and have the freedom to do whatever you want. That's what I also thought when I was in college. Okay, but then when we started the working, it wasn't really that simple. It wasn't like do this and make sure you're guaranteed to do that because there is one missing element that we weren't told about, that wasn't talked about. Because most of the time, we think we just need to earn more or we need to increase our income. We think we have an income problem, but the reality is we have a spending problem that we haven't acknowledged yet. That is actually what is eating up, draining our income, that's preventing us to save in a way that we want to. I've seen this in my work as a money mindset coach with clients with 30K, 40K income up to six-figure income. They could all have the same problem even if they have different income brackets. They may be still impulsive buying, overspending, overgiving despite earning well, despite having a good income, despite having another income stream, another side hustle, another extra income. That's why if you want to build your savings from scratch or you're trying to rebuild your savings, you need to remove that notion that I just need to earn more muna. I need to have that extra income muna so that I could finally save more consistently, because that is going to be your downfall. Because I always say that it's not about how many income streams you have, it's about how efficiently you manage the one you already have. And when you think of it that way, then it becomes more manageable, realistic to start saving wherever you are right now. Whatever income you have right now, you could start saving, and that habit is going to compound. That mindset shift allowed me to save my first 500K through my corporate salary. And then when I decided to go full time with my business, that's what allowed me to build my first million with my one income stream through my coaching business. And then when I eventually expanded and I got a second income stream through brand deals, through my content creation, it became more of like a happy bonus instead of something that I constantly have to hustle for in order to save more. So because I've already built that habit with the one income stream, it compounded, it got amplified when I started earning more. So it's not step one, earn more, and then you save more. No, you can start saving now so that when you start earning more, you'll be able to save more because you already have the proper money habits in place. Now that we're clear that you can start saving with the one income stream you already have, whatever income bracket that you have, because it's about the saving habit, not the amount, then we can dive into the 3 steps that I would do if I started saving from scratch right now. First step, define what enough actually looks like for you. Again, this is something that we weren't told growing up. We were just told na just, work hard, hustle hard, and then you're gonna have the money, and then the money to buy whatever you want and go shop whatever you want. At least that's what I thought it was. And be like, okay, yung mga gusto kong bilhin na damit, whatever, like anything I want, I could finally buy them when I start earning. But then eventually, when I got to that point, I still felt empty and it still wasn't enough. And so at the very start, when you start saving, identify what is enough so that you have a clear benchmark, and then you could work backwards from there on like, okay, based on the target amount, how much can I start saving every month and how long would be the timeline for me to reach that target savings goal. I see it all the time with coaching clients is that they are just blindly earning, blindly saving just for the sake of it, and then months, years go by, and they're like, I've been working so hard, pero feeling ko wala pa rin ako naipundar, wala pa rin ako na-accomplish, or like I still don't feel fulfilled. I don't feel like I'm at the point where I have achieved the life that I want. And it's because we're starting from the point of I just need to earn more, earn more, earn more, instead of how about we start with defining what's enough. and then we work backwards on how much I need to earn to reach that enough goal that I have for myself. And in order for you to know that, and what I help my clients with is really identify what are the concrete milestones in the next 6 to 12 months that they need to prioritize, how much they need to save to fund those milestones, so that from there they can work backwards of like, okay, that's the target amount, and therefore this is the specific monthly amount that I can save sustainably to get there. For example, recently a client was transitioning to a corporate career to a freelance career, and she's moving from Manila to London. And so she had a lot of lifestyle changes, income changes in that process. And so I guided her in really identifying how much savings does she need to feel safe, how much income does she need to sustain her life in London while pursuing the career that she wants. Because from there, she's not just gonna hustle blindly, get all kinds of jobs for the sake of earning, but more so being strategic with the earning opportunity she's going to take in a way that it's aligned with her dream career and at the same time aligned with the lifestyle that she wants for herself. So that gave her clarity on what is my target monthly income and target savings while I'm pursuing and transitioning to this career that I want in freelance. And what's important to note here also is that you may have a lot of milestones. Maybe you want the career, you want the property, you want the travel, you want the wedding, you want all of these things, and sometimes it's gonna get overwhelming. So I always teach my clients to fund one milestone at a time, not all at once, or else you're gonna think it's not enough, right? You're gonna, but I want this and this and this and that. And then you're like, wait, my income's not enough, diba? So that's why it's so important to identify what is that one milestone that's gonna create a domino effect to everything else towards the life that you want, so that you get to really focus your energy resources to achieving that instead of spreading your income so thin, and then you're gonna think that you need to hustle when in reality you just don't have clarity on the concrete milestones that you need to hone in on. If everything is hitting hard so far, then you'll surely love my weekly emails in your inbox. Link below to join my email list where I dive into daily financial tips on how I've built my first million pesos with the one income stream, plus Filipino success stories that you'll surely relate with as well, so you can learn how to do the same. So when you have that number that is enough, then we can move on to step 2, which is identifying your money cracks. So remember, we talked about earlier that we think that earning more is gonna solve all of our money problems and all of our savings goals, right? But most of the time, we don't see that there's existing cracks in how we manage our cash flow. And most of the time, that is stemmed from our spending behaviors, our spending patterns that we are either in denial of, scared to confront, or just can't break away from. So like for me, it has always been impulsive buying. That has been my constant money crack for years back in my corporate job. And only when I acknowledged it, like, girl, it is not okay for you to hoarding that much makeup and skincare in a month, and that is eating up your savings that would rather go to something more valuable that could genuinely contribute to the life that you want, then I knew like that is something I needed to fix. So if you're saving from scratch or rebuilding your savings, you need to see like what are those blind spots in your spending habits and how can you solve the root cause. Because you don't want to waste so much time, energy, years of your life hustling and hustling, but then you still have the same spending patterns that are eating up your income. And this is most of the time what I see with clients where they are not able to save consistently despite earning more, despite the budgeting tracker, the budgeting app, the expense tracking, because their spending habits are still there. They're not solving the impulsive buying, the overspending, the overgiving. This is why I love to guide my clients with self-awareness tools and psychology-informed exercises that allow them to uncover those emotional triggers that allow them to keep going back to the same vicious cycle of overspending. Check this video where I did a deep dive on the 3 most common root issues I've seen with Filipino professionals that hinders them from saving consistently, that often stems from their spending behaviors. Because spoiler, it's not just about a budgeting tracker, but your subconscious beliefs around money that drive your spending decisions. Third step that would help me in building my savings from scratch if I had to is building a financial system that only takes me 15 minutes twice a month to do. It's a misconception that you need to track every single peso that comes in and out of your bank account, because I have tried that and so many have my clients, and it only became a dreadful, mentally exhausting chore. And it also what hindered me for so long to save consistently and to increase my savings to the amount that I want to. It's because budgeting, tracking my expenses, it felt so time consuming that I eventually just gave up on it. And so I wish I knew then that I could just track my finances twice a month in just 15 minutes, and it would free up so much mental math in my head. Should I spend this? Should I not? Did I overspend na? Maybe I should just save that instead. Like all that like conversations in my head, constantly doubting and second guessing if I'm doing it right. And it's because I was constantly micromanaging every single expense, and it wasn't sustainable. Because here's a simple rule of thumb. Okay, with the way you're managing your finances right now, with the way you're budgeting, tracking expenses, can you imagine doing that until you're 60, 70 years old? The same thing, the same routine. If you're saying right now, no way, no way will I have to track my expenses every single day and put it in an app and put it on a spreadsheet every single day, I don't think I'll be able to do that 1 year from now. Not even 10 years from now? What are you talking about? If that is the case, then something needs to change with your financial system, because it means it's not sustainable. This is something I wish someone told me when I was tracking every single thing on a spreadsheet, putting on a budgeting app, and like making sure that everything I bought that day, I listed them down. The goal is your financial system should free up your time so you can actually enjoy the money that you're managing, not the other way around. So all of these three steps, first defining what's actually enough for me, two, solving the root cause of my unhealthy spending patterns, and third, building a 15-minute financial system, those are what allowed me to save my first 500K to a million pesos in savings. And the biggest flex, honestly, is not the amount, but it's what allowed me to do. It allowed me to have the freedom to shift careers, to leave my managerial job that no longer aligned with me back in corporate, and to pursue the coaching business that I love today, that I'm now doing for 5 years, which is crazy now that I said it. But that money, those savings, unlocked so much freedom and fulfillment in my life. And that's what I want you to reflect on, that it's not about the amount of savings that you want to have, but it's about what it will allow you to do, how it will change your life. Because that's what's going to make saving exciting, empowering, not just something that you have to do on your to-do list because you want to be responsible. No, it's something that empowers you, knowing that it's going to fund these major things that you want in your life, that you're finally going to achieve the things that you set out to do, that you finally get to wake up with more passion and purpose in your life. And that for me is what finances should be all about. So if there's one thing I want you to take away from this video is, before you open another budgeting app, another tracker, or look for another income stream, ask yourself, is my financial struggle actually an income problem, or is there a spending pattern that I just haven't solved yet? Because that answer will tell you exactly where to start to build your savings from scratch. And if at this point you realize that you are the person who just can't break away from impulsive buying, overgiving, or overspending, then this is where I come in to help you as your coach and invite you inside my coaching program, Fund Your Freedom. This is where I guide you with a step-by-step roadmap to build consistent savings in 60 days, in the same way that over 100 clients of mine have already done, to break this spending habit and finally build their first six-figure savings up to a million. Link in bio for all the details on how you can join my coaching program, and I hope I get to coach you next. And if you're curious why I believe budgeting alone doesn't solve your spending problems, check this video and I'll see you there.